let's talk about not losing your cool or getting emotional if a crime is committed against you. It is very important that you not become emotional during the crime. I understand for most people, if they are robbed or assaulted, a natural response is to become emotional. Although this is a natural response, you have to fight the urge. You have to be detached with a situation so you can deal with the attack in an unemotional manner. If you lose control of your emotions, you cannot successfully defend yourself. For just about all of my contacts with criminals, I remain unemotional and detached from the situations. There was one situation where I did become emotional about the situation, and I believe that was to my detriment. The situation was one in which an individual robbed myself and other people I knew for many weeks. This occurred at the junior high school I attended, and I was about 15 years old at the time. The criminal was the same age. He was so violent he did not even bother to produce a knife after a while to rob people. He just came up to different individuals and started going through their pockets, and no one ever did or said anything about it. One day, about 2 weeks before school ended for the summer, he was going through his normal course of going through people's pockets and taking their valuables. I became very angry about these robberies. When he came to me, I told him that I was no longer afraid of him and he would not be robbing me anymore. He became very mad at me and threatened to kill me, but did not go through my pockets. After that, he would wait around the school and act like he would attack me. I felt at any time he would stick a knife in me. Finally, I went on summer vacation and spent the summer waiting to start my next year at high school. During most of the summer vacation, I was distressed because I felt when high school started, this individual would knife me at school. At this point, I'm sure some people hearing this will say, "Oh boy, here's a couple of teenage boys having a little fight, so what's the big deal?" Other individuals may question, where were the teachers when these incidences were going on? I believe the school teachers were aware of the situations. However, I feel the teachers were intimidated as much as the innocent students were. Once a thug repeatedly gave me many karate kicks in my kidneys right in front of a teacher. She acted like she never saw a thing. I saw another teacher cut up, his shirt covered with blood. From these types of incidences, I can understand there was a lot of teachers who played the old Sergeant Schultz routine. They pretended they saw nothing. Many people have not been around extremely violent juveniles. You should be aware of the threat juveniles can pose to you. Some juvenile criminals who are 12 years old would kill you without blinking an eye. Gangs bring kids into the gang when they're 8, 9, or 10 years old. They have to prove themselves to move up in the gang. Ways of proving themselves are armed robberies and murders. There were arrests of people from teenagers through their 40s at the schools I attended. They came to the school to commit various types of crimes. In one class I had, there was a 21-year-old man in the 7th grade. He continually tried to set me on fire. My worries about the thug, who I refused to allow to rob me, ended about 2 weeks before high school began. I read in our town newspaper that this individual and another juvenile had held up a large supermarket at gunpoint. During the robbery, these criminals herded the customers into the back room of the store. At that point, the paper reported that the victims felt like these two thugs would execute them. Something changed the criminals' minds. They tried to quickly leave the store. The police were waiting outside the store and took these individuals into custody. Fortunately for me, this thug had to serve time throughout my high school years. I avoided retribution from him. You should never underestimate any juvenile, no matter how much larger in stature you are to them. Underestimating their potential could be deadly for you.